What's great about this project is the diversity is really visible to an audience that might perhaps not otherwise see it.
The Grain Alliance is really thinking about how we get these grains to people to really feel the benefit of the diversity that we're hoping to encourage.
The Alliance is so special. It's a family around grain and it's welcoming to anybody who wants to be part of that journey.
I'm Charlotte. I work as a researcher at the Organic Research Centre, working to look at how we can diversify our arable production systems. And I also coordinate the UK Grain Lab network.
I'm Catherine. I work for the Seed Sovereignty programme and I also support the Yorkshire Grain Alliance as well. My involvement in this plot particularly is looking at how diverse cereals can adapt to different environments, different climates.
So with this diverse grain seed project, we're really looking at how we can make different types of decisions, how we can disperse power, how we can bring different voices into what ends up on our plate in our mills. There's so much consolidation of power, big agrochemical companies really pulling the strings on what we eat, and that's a very vulnerable situation to be in many ways. And we want to think about how we can organise ourselves differently. I don't see the weeds as a real problem in this trial because it's exactly what we're testing for. We want material that's really competitive against weeds because we want to reduce the use of agrochemicals in our food and farming system. Diversity of traits leads to more resilience. Some individuals will do better than others, and that's the basis of natural selection as well. So that's why this is sometimes called evolutionary breeding. To be clear, this is a really DIY trial. We haven't had any support from any big funders. We've just come together as a movement to try and find a way to test and bulk up these seeds. What we'll be looking to do is harvest with a plot combine, and then we'll have to clean the grains and then look at how much yields we've got from the different plots, and then how much we need to then continue bulking up. Hopefully we'll grow larger strips of some of them, which are looking that they have really good performance, and then we'll get to a volume where we can take it to the bakers in the network to do test bakes. The seed and the grain that will come from here will be something tangible to work with and build on, so we can really demonstrate that an alternative is possible.
What we're providing here is something that is much more nutritious than kind of regular conventionally produced wheat. And in terms of what we're seeing in our city centres, particularly where people are literally starving and relying on kind of ultra processed food and food that doesn't have any kind of nutritional quality at all, this is really crucial to get this into people's diets.
We want to try and find a sweet spot where we can maximise the benefits that we've learnt so far from where we are in our food system, but try and negate some of those negative impacts. And we believe that bringing in sovereignty and more people and more voices, taking it away from really consolidated power centres will be key. This is really emergent and could fill a lot of space if we could have a bit more imagination from some of our policymakers about what the food system could look like. We want the Grain Alliance to emerge as something that can demonstrate that in practice.
For us to have that in our corner of England is a privilege, to be honest, and it's just beautiful.